Good morning, and welcome to our morning movement ritual, and welcome to the Supermom Club. If you're here experiencing the 1 week trial, welcome. And for those of you that have been with me since the beginning, November 2021, thank you so much for your continued dedication. Today, the foundation of our 10-minute practice is bridge pose from yoga. So we will begin lying down on our back, and it looks like Tucker is deciding. Some days he decides to join us for practice. It looks like today might be one of those days. But we're going to lay down on our back. If you happen to have a yoga block, keep that nearby. Not a necessity, though. A mat is a nice thing to lay down on. And because it's morning and maybe you just got out of bed, we're going to do a little bit of back release, just hugging the knees into the chest, and give yourself a hug. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Draw the thighs into your body. It might feel good to rock a little bit from side to side. And if you've never done yoga before, that is okay. I love to use yoga as foundation. I think if you go through my database of now at this point probably about 200 of these videos, you'll see yoga pop up more often than anything else. So taking your hands down next to your hips, and we're going to reach the arms up overhead and just arch your back and stretch. Feels so good. Inhale. And then as you exhale and bring your hands down next to your hips, press your low back into the floor. So there's going to be a little bit of a pelvic tilt, curling the pubic bone toward your navel. Now, grounding into your heels. Draw the heels back toward your hips. Like pull, and you'll feel your hamstrings engage. Inhale. And exhale, lifting the hips. Now, if there's any low back tenderness, tuck your tailbone a little more. But don't clench your butt for dear life. Just let it be engaged, but still soft. Feel your feet, feel your shoulders connecting to the ground. Now, you have the option here, and we're going to do progressions of this, but if you are ready to, you can clasp your hands together under your back, tuck your elbows under, and lift your shoulders, or not lift your shoulders, but squeeze your shoulders. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about chakras here, because we're stimulating here the third, fourth, and fifth. Third being your solar plexus self, fourth being the heart, fifth being the throat. Breathing in and out. So just bringing your attention to those areas. As you breathe, breathe into your diaphragm, the area of the solar plexus below the ribs, up to the heart, up to the throat. Exhale, push your hips a little higher. Now soften your glutes. Just let all that go. Yeah, no need to clench. Press your wrists down. Where are your tricep muscles? Back of the arms? Can you find them? Keep breathing. And just go deep into the seat of yourself. Okay, solar plexus, the chakra of, I'm going to call it determination, empowerment. The bridge to the self is what I called this video. And so can you bring that sense of self into your heart so that you can speak it through your throat? Keep breathing. What if you could speak your truth today? In every environment that you find yourself in, even at work, even in places where you tend to hold yourself back. Let's release our hands. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Goodness gracious, who knew that a yoga pose could symbolize so much, right? and knees side to side. That's why I love yoga, because it's exercise that amplifies yourself, right? It's not just mindless, lifting and lowering your hips and getting a good butt. That is not what yoga is, all right? All right, let's come back to palms next to the hips. Now, if you happen to have a yoga block and you want to stick it between your knees to get more pelvic floor engagement, I talk about that a lot in my videos, because as moms, we got issues there, right? We gave birth, we've had babies. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze. And can you feel your pelvic floor? Just drawing the muscles up between your sitting bones, and then relax your butt. Draw the heels back and engage hamstrings to tuck your tailbone. Now we're going to do a single leg lift. You can keep palms flat. You can clasp hands under the back. It is your choice fully. Take a deep breath in. Take some tension out of throat and neck. Let the energy flow. Have a sense of expanding space between your solar plexus and throat. Weight more heavily in the right heel and extend your left leg out. Single-legged bridge. Did your hips tilt? Can you adjust your hips to be even? Deeply breathing. Oh yeah. Now, just because there's more effort doesn't mean it has to be harder. Find the ease. Inhale. Exhale. Press both hips up higher. Lower the foot. Deep breath in. If you have a block, squeeze in. Exhale. Extend the other leg out. Point your toes or flex them. What feels best to you? Keep the energy flowing. If your hamstrings are cramping, give your legs a break. Touch your hips down. Squeeze in on the block. Inhale. Exhale, hips a little higher. Tailbone tucking between the thighs. Shaking's okay. Inhale. Exhale, lower the foot. Inhale. Exhale, return your hips to the ground. Take the block out from between your knees. And just let the energy settle. Feel your pelvis, feel your shoulders. And just feel the energy circulating between solar plexus and throat. Gather yourself. Who's done wheel pose before? I didn't know I was going to do wheel, but why not, right? Now, wheel is like when we were kids and we did the back bends. That's what wheel is. Now, I'm going to guide you through it step by step so that you don't overdo. Imagine that you're holding a pie in each hand, and then you're going to turn your hands upside down. There's a lot of wrist involvement here. So fingers are level with your shoulders. Deep breath in. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift your hips. Step one. Okay, deep breath in. Maybe this is as far as you go today. Please don't go to bridge if you don't feel ready to. Roll up onto the crown of your head and then push up. And you might get there and say, oh my God, no, this is not for me. Hold. Squeeze your elbows in. Squeeze your knees in. Keep breathing. Come down whenever you need to. Tuck your chin as you come out. Roll your shoulders down, and then your ribs, and then your hips. And oh my gosh, that is so much better than morning coffee. Feel the stimulation. Whew. Feel your heartbeat. And wheel is one of those poses I like to practice a few times in a row, because each time it gets a little bit easier. You kind of have to break through those barriers bit by bit. So if you want to just continue on Do it a couple more times you can, but I'm going to close because we're at our 10-minute mark. Rolling to our side, gently coming up or staying down on your back. Whew, my heart rate's up a little bit. Shake it out, and remember, connect yourself to your voice today and activate your heart through your voice. And have a beautiful and wonderful day. Namaste.